Have I committed any offense? Why are you withholding my passport? Hello, fellow Nigerians. Good morning. This is Senator Natasha And Akpabio. Having completed my celebration of my second year in office, I decided to take a week off. So I'm at the airport here, and my passport is being withheld again. The same thing happened last time where my passport was seized. I have committed no offense, and there is no order from the court to withhold my passport and deny me traveling. The last time this happened, the officer in charge told us that the Senate President, Omoyele Sowore, instructed them to withhold my passport and prevent me from traveling because he said each time I travel out of the country, I smear the country's image by granting interviews out in international media. Please, can you tell them to release my passport and this embarrassment should stop? You have no right to withhold my passport. You have no right to deny me exit and entrance into my country. I have not committed any offense, and this must stop. Sorry. No, this must stop. As a matter of fact, I think I have to sue you for continuously embarrassing me. Sorry. No, don't tell me sorry. Can I please have my passport? You can't keep doing this to me all the time. I've been standing here for the past 20 minutes. Why are you doing this? What have I committed? The last time it had to take someone influential to call you to release my passport. That was what allowed me travel. Now again, you're withholding my passport. Why are you making calls? Is Omoyele Akpabio so important? Why is he overruling boundaries? Omoyele Akpabio, the Senate President, has instructed the Comptroller General of Customs to deny me exit, to withhold my passport. This is wrong. There was no order. Yes, I know I have 2 federal government cases against me, of which the President of Nigeria instructed the AGF to cancel the cases, to withdraw the cases. No, hold on, please. This President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually spoke with Omoyele Akpabio to terminate all the cases against me because he agreed that they were politically witch-hunting cases. Hold on. So there is no reason why my passport should be withheld at the international airport. There is no reason why. You have no right to do that, madam. You have no right. You are taking laws into your hands. There is no court order. I have not missed any of my court appearances. I have attended all my court sessions. I am not a flight risk. I am not a risk to my country. So why are you treating me like a criminal? Can I have my passport, please? Thank you very much. Sometimes I think you just have to be a rebel to get things right. Then you keep asking Nigerians to be good citizens. If I had not gone public, would you have given me my passport?
because I can't. How do I do? I don't think it's straight. Straight. Just take the road. Keep coming. National.
Sir?
How you buy job?
Which job?
Which job you won't buy?
Which job is that? Which job? We don't open my bar, begin the talk. Which job? It's not the public building. What thing they talk about? Not the public building. It's not a public building. Is it not a public building? What is he talking about? Which EFCC?
Any job?
Which job?
Any job?
Which job? You know they do when corrupt people there outside.
You already obsessed.
We dey pass, you know they look for our company. We dey pass. We got to be obsessed with the position. We dey pass with the operation. People not to pass. Which kind of that? What's the concern you with us? We dey pass. We enter on our office.
What's wrong with you? To buy. Never they are not professional at all. No, that's wrong what you were saying. Not harassing people because you carry gun. You told him that he cannot
Because they pass. This man talk saying it's not the public. We don't go fit do it. It's not a public building.
He cannot take picture of
EFCC. It's not a public building. He said go buy job if you take picture of EFCC. Even chairman of EFCC don't talk that one.
Better.
Thank you.
Because they just give a gun and not begin to oppress people again.
It's okay now.
No, what do you mean? Stop, shut up. Yes.
It's okay now.
What do you mean it's okay? We have to let them know now that this is wrong. The problem with the police that way because we carry guns. No, I'm trying to say that you guys are already obsessed with power and it's stupid for you to be harassing people who are working there, coming from a law program.
Innocently.
Yes. Yes, that's the point I'm making. And if you are not satisfied with it, I will go inside and see Allah now. That is stupid of you, EFCC to be harassing people on the road. Are you Mopo?
Educate that guy.
Yes, educate him. Educate yourself.
Sorry.
And stop disrespecting people in the public.
Sorry.
Telling somebody that if you take picture, it's not a public building. Something we build with our own money. If you don't want it to be taking picture of, carry her for head, go hide for inside jungle.
Say you buy job. Say you buy job.
You have not started carrying guns. You are already oppressing.
Say you buy job. If the building you buy job.
To take your advice, they came here to take care of business, their own personal and private business.
What would you do if you're in their position?
If I was in their position at this time, there will not be Boko Haram anymore, there won't be bandits, because you have to solve the problem by attacking the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem of insecurity is first and foremost economic inequality. That's the first reason why there are plenty of hands to be used as the workshop of the devil. And then the second aspect of it is to get our security agencies to do what security agencies do, not to be aiding and abetting criminality. You cannot have an IG, and I know you guys love to talk about the IG, Inspector General of Police, who is tired and to have retired. You keep him in office, and you expect insecurity to end. It will not end. You have all these military generals who don't go to war. And it's only in Nigeria that somebody who has never fought a war before will become a general in the army. Based on the number of traditional rulers he knows or the GO of his church, that's how they become generals in Nigeria, not because they go to war. If you see an Israeli general, it's because he has fought a war before. If you see an American general, he has been to Afghanistan, he has fought in Iraq, even though those wars might be wrong. But they have gone to war. But in Nigeria, you call these businessmen generals, they are all building estates in Abuja. They don't go to the war front. They don't know what's going on there. They are the ones who are happy that the insecurities are coming. So that is why you see this happening. You ask army to be doing traffic work on the streets. The police is not doing anything. The solution we are profiling is for the Nigerian people, first and foremost, to choose the real leaders who should govern them. Because the legitimacy of the government is also very important. For instance, it is the Nigerian government that goes to the southeast to go and militarize it. It's the Nigerian government that refused to release Nnamdi Kanu, something that would have solved a big problem. And then instead of releasing him, you go and put army in the east. Every kilometer in the east, there are army checkpoints. But after 100 kilometers in the north, you can't find the army. There was a man in Katsina who said there are only 5 guns in the local government in Katsina state. But Why is it not the same in the Southeast? So these things are deliberate. That's what I'm telling you. These are deliberate efforts on their part to undermine Nigeria. And I've said it very clearly. Those who are in power love the fact that they want to manage little territory, because that way they are not responsible for the territories. So they allow these issues to fester. But you cannot solve the problem without addressing the fundamental problem of leadership. Leadership is key in every sector. And most importantly, legitimate leadership is important. When you don't vote for people and they lord themselves over you, you don't respect them. Yes. One of the things I have done in the process is to use my voice as an advocate for good governance to not only condemn bad governance, but to call out terrible leaders in this country. And Tinubu is not different. To the public, you can perish the thought that I will retract my statement or apologize to Tinubu over my statements. That is not going to happen over my death.
I thought they said the president stopped drinking. Yes, or sniffing, yes. I think the president was high or something, and we have to investigate. Because I'm sure that even he himself couldn't have believed that he ended corrupt. When, as a matter of fact,
yeah, he did more. Okay.
this is government of the people by the people. Government of the people by the people in the river. Not the government of rice.
Now so, government of rice.
Rice, Oriza crazy. Government of Oriza Sativa.
And you camera you know very well. Let everybody see. It's not fake, oh. It's our community. I'm telling you people, every time that is here from me, it's my community. No. You go come on, you're going to paddle boat. This is a road from here to the other side. Okay. My name is Yolofi. Okay. Yes. Baba confirm.
Anyways, there's a lot of activists that are supposed to be here today because Punch represented our newspaper for resistance in the 90s. Yes. But in my own particular way, I was a student union activist, as you all know, at the University of Lagos. And were it not for Punch newspaper and Vanguard, I probably wouldn't have graduated from the university. Yes, because we couldn't even get judges to hear our cases when we were expelled. And as you all know, I was expelled twice from the University of Lagos. I spent 6 years at the University of Lagos instead of the normal 4. But there's a particular story that none of you might have heard before when I went to serve in the northern part of the country, particularly at Adamawa State. And I hope Stanley Yakubu also contributed to this book. When I went there, I finished my NYSC, and I was arrested and detained by the military under Abacha, that I was planning to overthrow the government with NYSC uniform. And please listen to this story. So the reason was that in November 1995, I was working as a journalist at ATV Yola, presenting the NYC news. But being who I am, I'm not always interested where they put me. You know, my lawyer is called Falano. The Yorubas will say Falana Botie, Tara Eni Langbo, but I don't do the Falano thing in my private life. So I went and reported that Kensariwa was killed on ATV Yola. It's a recorded program. My supervisor did not watch it before it was played, and suddenly everywhere went gaga. They pulled the news, removed me from ATV Yola, and then I finished my NYSC, and I was arrested and detained in a military guard room at the at the Air Force Base in Yola. And it was only because Stanley reported that a copper is being detained that they didn't forget me inside the place. I would have died. Yes, I'm still looking for it. It's a Northern edition story. Please, in 1996, I've been looking for it in your library. Help me find it, because I need to show up that. That was one of my detentions before, of course, Buhari and their people also have done that. I'm still detained in Nigeria as we speak. But I'm glad that Mr. Additional is here today. They had a great time. They had a great time detaining me and saying that Sowore is useless, stupid. But here we are today, you know. The Yorubas will also say that that's for the Yorubas. But today, I was never given my NYSC certificate. I don't have an NYSC certificate as I stand in front of you. Never. But I don't need it anymore, because I've served the country more than any copper. Thank you very much, Punch, for serving our country with great journalism. And some of you must have been told, you know, there's a lot of stories they are funding bloggers that I'm doing this for politics. I am not looking for votes. I have said it to people, if I'm looking for votes, I will go and look for money and get to INEC. They will give me election votes. I will win up. The person will be president now, you know, come campaign to you. You know, be president. Some will say, I personally wrote over 5,000 corruption stories published on Sahara, personally. When I say personally, I'm the one who investigated, researched. A lot of people didn't know at the point that Sahara was just one laptop when it was most popular. Wow. Just one laptop, yes. I bought
That's Sahara where they give many politicians like that.
So, one laptop that I bought on eBay for $600. After writing for almost 5 years, Sahara everywhere, the politicians started becoming immune to the stories. Yes, the more you did the stories, the more just say, now my opponents, now they do, you know. And some of the best stories were coming from them, because if you write a story against a politician, he will say, "Oh, I know the guy who set it up." They will go give you the story of the other side. That person. Now, so they just a flow, left, right, and center.
If you even set up, then go to say you know what they do.
They didn't know who I was, because I set up like a lot of anonymous emails.
Like Gist Lover, you were the Gist Lover.
Yeah, so that time. But some people knew who I was, but a lot of people didn't
know who. In fact, Femi Falana was surprised the day he found out.
Are you serious?
Oh, he no.
You know, one day he just called me and said, "This is Harry Potter that everybody shot. They say you are the owner." I said, "I'm the one." I said, "What?" I have people who I went to see, my clients, who are having blood pressure over this your Sahara matter. I said, "Please keep it up." So he was giving me feedback, you know. So that was the point I got to. I was like, what is it that you can write about these guys again? They don't care. And the more you wrote these stories about them, the more evidence you presented, the more they stole. Ultimately. So because Sahara Reporters now became an opportunity for mainstream media to make money. They will not write the original story. Their own is just to debunk. That's how they make their money.
Yes. So you will now serve them. Then they will give us money.
Or sometimes they will pick my stories because they are all on top of the story. They pick the stories, republish it. Sometimes they will not even credit Sahara. They will just see the headline, London House discovered. The people will rush to them. What's the problem now? You know, some of them will publish magazines and with stories that I did do, and then they'll go and buy the entire magazine so that they are not in the market. So when I started hearing all these stories, I was like, I'm providing opportunities for people to become billionaires. I have no problem with it. But it's not advancing the cause for which I committed my life from my university days. In the
first place.
Which is to bring about a society that works for everybody. And the greatest journalism which I practice has not made that happen. That was what made me to decide around 2016 to come to Nigeria and set up a Sahara Reporters Media Foundation. But they were waiting for me.
Very soon, it will soon be 30 minutes. And when it is 30 minutes, we are going to make sure that we bring down Lagos and good people. As his legitimate children. Ola and his brothers and sisters are failures. Ola and his father whose wives are failures.